Welcome to Great Gadgets and Gear. Today's kind of an impromptu review. I wanted to purchase a drill driver. My mom's deck needs some repair, and it's my job to repair it. My brother cleans it. Anyway, so I purchased this off of Amazon. It's a Dewalt compact drill driver kit. Model number is DCD771C2. You can see on the box. I got it because it was a special buy. It was 99 bucks. I watched a few reviews beforehand like I always do, and it was hit or miss. And I'll show you what the hit or miss was about. Anyways, what you get the drill, the charger, and 2 batteries. And it comes in this nice contractor bag, which I like better than the hard case for my use. Here's the drill driver. It's pretty hefty. It's got some torque to it. I was a little nervous about it when I seen it just online. Because as things get modern, they get smaller, they get lighter, blah, 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 blah. But I thought, okay, for 99 bucks, I'll try it. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I'm going to turn the light down a little bit and show you the worst that can happen. See the little lightning strikes in here? They're very prominent, and you notice some more the more you use it. Not to mention, this is not brushless, and the clutch and brake system on this is very abrupt, very loud, but you can feel it in your hand. I could see that being tiresome after using this for quite some time, like in repairing a deck or building a deck. I'm concerned about it. And some of the reviews, some people had this problem, some people didn't have this problem. Some people say that this is the norm for Dewalt. It might be the norm for them now. I am not comfortable with this at all. And I love Dewalt tools. I have tons of Dewalt tools. I evolved from Craftsman. I'm a Craftsman girl. Anyway. So I went down to my local Ace Hardware, and the guys there are just fantastic. So we went through a bunch of stuff. I'll show you in a minute. But here's my old Dewalt. This thing's got to be pushing 27 years old or more. The newer one, this one is a 20 volt. I'll show you how old. This one is a 9 volt. And you can see just how hefty this thing is, especially in comparison to this one. It's quite a bit larger than that. It's also quite a bit heavier than this one, but it's sturdy. That's a replacement battery. The old Nike had. Anyways, this is still up until just yesterday. We're still running 27 years later off the original battery. Impressive. But anyways, you can see here. Here's the old model number and stuff. This one's a 3/8. Goes from 0 to 400 and 0 to 1100. And there is a very, very faint spark. You can see it right up in here. But it's very, very faint. Plus the action. This too is a brush model. The brake and clutch does not operate as harshly as the newer improved model. If I had enough batteries for this, and if I thought the torque was strong enough for what I'm going to be using it for the duration, I would have just kept this. It's held up all these years. That's impressive. I've never had any work done to it whatsoever. Great tool. Love it. Okay, so like I said, I went to my local Ace Hardware store. And I looked at this exact model, and it had a little bit of spark, but not quite like this one. But because I also did not like, this is so abrupt and so violent, you can actually hear it making noise on the tile from the vibration of it and the harsh stopping of it. So, and if that's the case, if that's what these have evolved into, I don't want anything to do with it. It's just not for me. So after going through all their drills, because I really didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it, you know, but you might as well, you know, you get what you pay for. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be using this thing a lot, so I'm going to upgrade. So this is a 20 volt too. This is the brushless motor. It has up to 30% more runtime. This thing is also, even though it's a 20 volt, the RPMs on this one are considerably higher than the 20 volt 771. This is a half-inch drill driver. It's 0 to 450 and 0 to 1800. And this one is 0 to 500 and, well, 1750 actually. This is a little bit more on the lower end and a little bit short on the higher end. But, and it's with the same thing. You get the bag, you get the 2 batteries, the charger, and the drill driver, as you can see here. But, man, night and day comparison. Just, the guys were nice enough to open up a box for me and let me even try it out before I purchased it. This is obviously is a lot more money because it's a brushless. And if you do not like the sparking and the jolting, I would upgrade to this. Spend a little more money. I mean, Dewalt does make good tools. Every tool I've had so far, knock on wood, I've not had any problems with whatsoever, repair-wise, or breaking down, or whatever. They all still run to this day. Okay, so you can see the appearance on this is a little different, too. A little bit. Okay. Now, for the best part of this thing, now, watch in here. I don't see any spark. There's a little on this one. It's so faint the camera's not even picking it up. You know, but you have a little bit of that, but man, this is not nearly as excessive as the other one. It also, as you can hear, runs very quiet. I mean, it stops just as quick. Very comfortable in the hand to hold. They're about the same in weight. But again, this is the 20 volt max brushless motor. Lithium ion batteries. It's got your little work light. Sorry about that. It stays on for about 20 seconds after you let go of the finger hold. It's got the number 1 for screwing. The number 2 is for drilling, because you get more torque on the low end. This was $169, but with tax and everything, it came out to like $182. So this one came out to like just around 107 with tax and everything. So, you know, not everybody can pay that, and I understand that. But if you bought it from Amazon, Amazon's great. A lot of stores can't match them because they do such high volume. That's why they're able to sell these at $99. These in the store are $159. So for $10 more, I got a way better drill driver. But in defense of DeWalt, if they claim that sparking that severe is normal, then the ones that I checked out at my local Ace Hardware must be defective then, because they have a little spark, but nowhere near the arcs that this one's throwing. But it still does have that real severe jolt and really loud noise of the brake. I'm just not accustomed to it. You know, like I said, my older one does not do that. That's on the tile even. It's not making any weird jumpy noises or nothing. So just my opinion. Just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. There's a lot of videos on this out there covering this particular model because other people are having that issue. Some people, hey, suck it up, deal with it. You know, whatever your preference is. Just pointing it out and just pointing out the fact of not every one of these drills do that. None of them at Ace Hardware did it to this extent. So you know, but the bummer is Ace Hardware will only match brick and mortar store prices because Amazon's too high volume. That's why they get them and can sell them so cheap. and it sucks. I just didn't want to roll the dice again and try getting another one and see if I got one without it. Because I actually needed this for the weekend, so I paid the extra money because I could afford to do it. And so far, I'm quite happy with it. And I'm going to put it through the test, see how it does performance-wise. So there's my 2 cents for what it's worth to you. If you have any questions or comments, if you need more detail on these drills or anything, just drop them in the comments section. I'll be happy to reply to you. All right. So stay tuned. I am testing a lot of products right now. A lot of products in between the stuff that I'm doing. So there are going to be more videos coming. I'm having a really hard time with uploading because right now I don't have Wi-Fi. I'm like, oh, I'll save some money. I'll just do it from my phone. That's not working. You do it from the computer off the hotspot on your phone. That's not working. It takes forever to upload. So I'll get. I promise I'll get these videos out. I'll have to upload them like at night when there's less traffic or something. But I appreciate you guys sticking around and being patient, and hopefully some of these new reviews coming up for the summertime gear you're going to like, even though summer's slowly dwindling away from us. But still cool products. If you don't get them this year, you can get them next year or whatever. All right, thanks a lot for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.